Hello everyone, I have another summer 2014 collection roundup review for you, and I have a quick eye makeup tutorial at the end of the video in case you're curious, but I'm going to review the products first as always, and I'm going to start with the YSL summer 2014 number 50 Blue Celadon nail polish. And unfortunately this item is sold out, but the other color, the metallic navy blue, is still available in stores and online, and that one is a really great metallic color, but I chose the aqua. It's a little deeper than a traditional robin's egg blue, so it makes it perfect for summer. And I highly recommend this if you can find it in stores. I did see it all over Asia, which is where I purchased mine when I was in Singapore over a month ago. I can't believe time has gone by so fast. But if you do have access to it, I highly recommend picking it up. The first coat is a little thin, so I went very easy on it and I let it set completely before using a slightly heavier second coat, and then it's self-leveled for a really smooth nail. And now I have the YSL Baby Doll Kiss and Blush, and I used the number 12 today. This is called Mocha. And the reason why I chose a softer color, more of a nude, is because I went with a really bronzed face and a colorful eye. So as you can see, I'm wearing coral on the lids and a little bit of aqua blue to match the nails. I've already reviewed and swatched all of these baby dolls on the blog, so if you haven't seen that post before, I'll link it down below in the description box so that you can see all the different colors that are available. So this formula is meant for lips and cheeks, although I personally only wear it on the lips just because I prefer powder blushes. So if you don't mind cream blushes, you can definitely wear it on both cheeks and lips. Now, one tip that I have for wearing it on the lips is that I've discovered that once you set down a layer, let it sit completely and dry down. So give it about a minute or two, and then apply a second coat for full coverage color that really lasts throughout the day. This formula has a little bit more silicone than your traditional modern matte, so if you're looking for something creamier, you might want to try the Shiomura Tintin Gelatos, which I absolutely love as well. They have a little bit more color impact, a little bit creamier, whereas the YSL baby dolls are a little bit more sheer, definitely more modern and better for everyday use. Now, I do think that the YSL palette Bleus Lumiere is a must-have. This laminated top is the special packaging for the summer collection, but the rest of the palettes that launched this summer season have the traditional YSL front. And yes, it does attract fingerprints for those curious, but I absolutely love the new eyeshadow formula. So even if you missed out on the sold out Bleus Lumiere, which again I also bought in Asia, I highly recommend trying out any of the new colorways. And I think there are about a dozen, so you have lots of options. I purchased number 4 from Nordstrom just because it was the most basic, and because the YSL summer palette is a lot more colorful, I figured that I would balance it out and show you something a little bit more everyday wear. But I do think that the peach makes a great transitional color. I don't even have to use any of these eyeshadows, even the lighter peach or the white highlighter, with an eyeshadow primer, and they stick to my lids. They adhere really well without any fallout. So if you hate fallout, then you definitely have to pick up a couple of these eyeshadow palettes. And I do think that these are my favorite YSL eyeshadows that have ever been released. So just because they're very smooth, easy to use, easy to blend, they work like a charm on even dry lids like mine. So all of the colors in this Bleus Lumiere palette are metallic except for the orangey coral, which is satin matte, and I wore it on the lids today. It's phenomenal. I actually like to sheer it out so that it doesn't look so strongly orange. But the only really metallic color that I found in this palette, number 4, is the white highlighter, which flashes golden. So it does have a little bit more sparkle, but it is a highlighter shade, so occasionally it is expected. And I highly recommend both of these. If you can find this palette in Europe or Asia, I highly recommend picking it up. If you have a friend who travels, request it, because it's such a fun way to wear color, but it's not overdone, and it's not too bright or gaudy. And of course, I do apologize for being a little late to post this video. I was just waiting on the new eyeshadow palettes to be released before I went ahead and filmed it, but I didn't think this would sell out as quickly as it did because it is a lot more colorful than a lot of summer palettes tend to be. So I think if you're choosing between Dior or even Chanel, I highly recommend YSL eyeshadows. I think they are a must-have, and they're like a slightly more pigmented version of Clé de Pose. So the texture is, again, spot on. And now, without any further ado, let's begin with the tutorial.
I'm gonna walk 100 miles. I'm gonna whistle all the while. If that's what it takes to make me smile, I'm gonna walk 100 miles. crazy dream. And I wanna hold the whole wide world right here in my open hands. And maybe I'm just a little girl with great big plans. I wanna hold the whole wide world right here in my open hands. And maybe I'm just a little girl with great big plans. You tell me, don't try it. I'm warning you that I won't buy it. All the failure is fleeting.
And I'm going to start with the cheeks, placing a little bit of luminizer across the tops. And I absolutely love this one by Clé de Peau right now. It's my absolute favorite. And now we're going to move on to the lips. Now you can leave your lips as is or top with a gloss. I personally find that as much as I love a modern matte finish like this, on camera a little bit of gloss does go a long way in smoothing out the surface of the lips. So I'm actually going to use a simple gloss today by Stila. This is just a lip glaze, and of course you can use one of the new YSL Gloss Velour days if you wanted to see the swatches. They're all on my blog, thereviewer.com. And instead of dabbing it all across the lips, I'm just going to pat it in the center. And that completes my interpretation of YSL's Summer 2014 look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any further questions regarding the permanent new eyeshadow palettes or even the YSL Baby Doll Kiss and Blush, please feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks always for tuning in, everyone, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!